Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we are back for another brand new video. Today's video we are here as always to break down, react and discuss the latest Rangers game. A Rangers game, by the way, that did see them come away scoring 4 goals, keeping another clean sheet and getting through to the quarter-finals where they will travel to Paisley to play St Mirren. See if you're quiet enough, by the way, you can hear everyone who didn't go ahead and make it into the old quarter-finals. Cheers. Now before we go any further on with today's video and speak about the game and break down the old recap, as this is a truly, and I mean truly, beautiful Sunday, just a friendly wee reminder in case you are new around here, or even if you're a regular viewer who hasn't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button on this wonderful, wonderful day and join the nation and help us on our way towards 55. Frickin' K. But regarding the actual game of football, then shall we? Again, the scoreline was Rangers 4, Falkirk 0, and I thought Rangers did what they had to do, right? Because we all knew what was expected going into this game. No disrespect to Falkirk, but of course they play in League One, and yes, they are having a fantastic season, undefeated in the last 8. But every single person watching yesterday's preview video fully expected to go into this game and score a lot of goals, and that's exactly what happened. But before we go any further on with today's video, I just want to actually give a wee bit of credit to this Falkirk football team, because they actually got the football doing and they passed it around. I thought maybe they'd have reverted to more long ball kind of hammer thrower tactics, but didn't matter what the scoreline was. This team continually tried to play football, and hell, they gave us a much tougher game than like say Celtic and Aberdeen did, so full credit to Falkirk. But as we spoke about in yesterday's preview video, there was going to be changes wrong and chances for people to impress, and there was still questions. Was this game maybe going to be a wee bit lacklustre? Were we going to take the foot off the gas because of the level of the opposition? But honestly, I thought Rangers approached this game perfectly, and again, that shows you the professionalism of this Rangers team. Doesn't matter how many changes are getting made, who comes out, the quality remains the same, but so does the hard work, effort and commitment, and that is a real football team, people. Because despite the changes that were wrong, the standards did they drop at all? I mean, within the first 30 seconds of this game, we went forward and hit the bar. That right there kind of showed the lacklustre days where we went out there and played cup games and everything like that, when it was a wee bit off kilter. The days are long gone now. This Rangers team is rampant, and the numbers and the stats that this Rangers team has gone out there and doing this season is absolutely getting silly. They are genuinely Football Manager numbers. You know what I mean? You know when you save the game before you actually go into the game in case you lose it, so you can quit the game, load it back in and do it again so you can remain undefeated and break all the stats? Well, we're doing that in real life, people. Can we appreciate what's happening here under Steven Gerrard's management? Yes, this is a League One side, but the standards are there, the professionalism, the mindset is there, from whether you're starting week in or week out, or you're in and around just being a quote-unquote squad player. Everything remains to that level, and that's the only way you could ever possibly have a season like this. Everyone is bought into this idea and are together, whether they're playing week in or week out, and that right there is just straight up glorious. It really is, people, and it's such a joy to be able to sit here on this magnificent Sunday and say I am truly proud of my football team. There's no barriers getting flung around the place here. Nah. The only barriers that are being broken from our football club are the barriers that are on the actual park. But enough talking around the game. Let's actually dive into the old game recap then, shall we? Because we mentioned previously in today's video the fact that we did hit the bar within the first 30 seconds of this game, but where we went close there, we didn't have to wait too long for us to put the ball into the back of net, because in the 5th minute of the game, Connor Goldson with the ball at his feet with a little bit of time, you know, is always going to be dangerous, and that man just drops back like a quarterback. He looks like Tom Brady in a Super Bowl in the 4th quarter, people, because he just deliciously delivers another ball that can only ever be received by the run and the movement of Jermaine Defoe. And as beautiful as that ball is, right, that really deceives the defender can't get anywhere near it, the finish for Jermaine Defoe that far left with his quote-unquote weak foot to bury it right in the old postage stamp. Fantastic finish for one of the best to ever day finishes like that. Jermaine Defoe is a frightening player, and that moves his stats now to 28 goals in 29 starts for Rangers. Berserk. Now the wee man was in and amongst it in the 16th minute of the game, where a bit of a old school sort of Spurs thing happened, where we punted the ball up to a big tall player, the ball gets headed down and Jermaine Defoe reads it like he did all those years ago when he used to play with Peter Crouch, because he's there at the right place at the right time, tries a kind of improvised volley and it honestly just goes a whisker wide. I was sweating at that point. I thought my goal record at the Falkirk Stadium was going to be matched already by Jermaine Defoe, but thankfully it remains intact. Am I proud of that joke? Not really, but am I going to have that fact on my gravestone? You're damn right I am. But back to the old football then, shall we? More build-up play happened in the 28th minute where some fantastic football was played. The ball eventually goes to Scotty Arfield, who slips in Tavernier, who rattles a shot, and I honestly thought it was in, but full credit to the Falkirk goalkeeper. It is a fantastic save, but from that resulting corner, the ball is whipped in beautifully. Cedric does so well to jump in between the two Falkirk centre-halves, gets the header on target, and your man, big Calvin Bassey, is in there, reacts the quickest. He slaps the rebound in, and that's his first career goal, and that felt emotional because I honestly think this kid's really got something special, and the fact that he hasn't played any professional games before coming up here, and this is the level of the performances that he's putting in, again, can't be understated. He's a fantastic player, and you saw what that first goal meant to him, and it was just a real feel-good moment, if I'm being honest. But as we mentioned earlier on in the video, Falkirk wanted there just to make up the numbers and park the bus and just see the game out. It didn't matter what the scoreline was, they continued to try to play football the right way, and they nearly got themselves back into the game in the 33rd minute as a delicious corner is whipped in by Blair Alston, and the big centre-half gets there, gets above Big Bassey, who we just praised, gets his header on target, but John McLaughlin is there when we need him again with a fantastic save, and he actually palms it away because there's a lot of Falkirk players actually in and around the position if he just kind of ricochets it back in. But fantastic save, palms it away, and we survived that little scare. But something I absolutely love about Rangers this season, despite being 2-0 up, despite obviously having won the game at that point, it didn't change our approach to the game. We were still trying to go forward, we were still trying to make things happen, and eventually after some fantastic work from big Cedric Eaton, whose first touch for a big lad of his size is actually pretty damn good, as he just turns away for the Falkirk player, and it's a free kick in at the edge. And what I really liked about this free kick, right, is Hadji runs and gets the ball, but just Barisic then comes into the shot. He's just walking, he's so calmly, he looks at Hadji and goes, "Hey, didn't tell your dad how to make wains?" And Barisic then repositions the ball, steps up, top corner burner, buries it right into the bread basket. Nothing I can say in today's video will do that free kick justice, because it's literally buried like that, where the post meets the bar. Utter world class for Barisic. And that right there actually leads us right into half time. And at half time you're sitting back going, this Rangers team right now, it looks like a well-oiled machine, because guys like Zungu, who's came into there, and I really liked the look of him. He started maybe a wee bit hasty, trying to hit too many long passes, but the longer the game went on there, not having too much time to train, just back for an injury, they just go out there and just look so silky but defensively sound. He looks like a real player, and you're just seeing players come on and players come out the squad, and you're thinking quality for quality. Oh, are they shopping? It's just a joy to watch right now. Now, something that wasn't a joy to watch, by the way, is gone into the second half in the 46th minute. Falkirk put a wee bit of pressure on. Bassey tries to do a first-time pass back to John McLaughlin. Connor Salmon, yes, that Connor Salmon, does read the ball that Bassey is going to try and pass the ball back blind, tries to get there, but it's another big save by John McLaughlin, showing that he's not just there to get the deck chair up and catch up with his reading. There is going to be saves needing to be made, and he was big again in that moment. And again, young Bassey playing in his left centre back role, he's going to learn that as he goes on. I'm not going to hit the panic button or anything like that to him. It's just one of the moments in a game of football. I think you've seen a lot more positives than negatives for the big laddie, so I think we can go, alright Calvin, didn't do that again though. Something that has happened over and over again though all season long is the fullback to fullback partnership of Barisic to Tavernier, because just 2 minutes after that little scare from Falkirk, we get the ball down, and it's, again, I can't even do the build up justice because I'd be here for about a 50-minute video and nobody wants to watch that. There's pass after pass from the back all the way forward. Cedric Itton's involved. He gives it to Defoe. Defoe then finds Barisic, and the ball whipped in is immaculate. And I originally think it's going to go Cedric, but full credit to the big man because he must get the shout for Tavernier, because you can see him ducking out the way to give Tavernier a clear shot on goal, and Tav meets that volley to perfection, and that's his 14th goal of the season. I don't know if anyone's mentioned it online, but that's right back doing that. I'm truly running out of things to say about Tavernier this season. I've never seen a season like it, especially for a fullback, and touchwood, long may that continue. Now that's 4-0 up, and the game was well and truly over at that point, and we started to make more subs, and we started to give the younger Bears, the players of the future, a wee bit of an opportunity to come on the park and just give them a bit of game time and give them a chance to make a name for themselves. And that's when we saw our boy Glenn Middleton come on the park, and unfortunately he did go to left back because we were changing for Barisic, but he still showed enough bright sparks, and he came on at the exact same time as young Kieran Dixon, and they actually connected nearly perfectly within the first couple of minutes after some great running down the left hand side from Middleton, showing his pace, showing his awareness. The ball eventually gets switched out wide to young Kieran, and Kieran takes a touch to cut inside and rattle a shot outside the box with his weaker foot, and again that shows the confidence of the young laddies and the willingness to go there and grab it. They're no fear to make a mistake. They're clearly coached and told to go out there and seize their opportunity, and young man certainly did that. Looked direct, he looked attacking, and he looked positive every single time he touched the ball. And that's kind of the game right there. Nothing major happened. Some more good play from Falkirk, getting the ball down, playing football the right way. A couple of wee half chances for us on the other end. We gave Greg Stewart some game time, which is great to see him come on the park. This is a laddie that doesn't go ahead and break any silly stupid rules for parties. That's a laddie that keeps his head down and works his arse off to hopefully get an opportunity to play for the badge. So it was great to see him getting a wee opportunity there. And young Leon King, who we spoke about in yesterday's preview, did come on and he nearly grabbed an assist in the 76th minute. But can we just appreciate the fact that 18, 20-year-olds and a 16-year-old by the name of Leon King is able to come in now. We've seen a lot, we've heard a lot about the youth team, and just being a club where we are, that we're getting these young talented players in and amongst the first team, is a thing to be truly proud of. And well done to the young lads. I'm sure there's going to be many P&Cs still to come. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here because I'm struggling to keep the smile for being this big. But aye, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game recap right there. It was a game that we were expected to win, but you still need to turn up and do the job. And the way that we turned up, the way that we done the job made me very, very happy. Now, it's time to try and go ahead and pick a cheeky wee man of the match. And again, I wouldn't say it was an easy choice because I thought all the back four was fantastic. I mean, 3 of the 4 defenders we had scored, and the other player that didn't score grabbed an assist. So, defence absolutely nailed it along with that clean sheet. But if I'm going to go ahead and pick one player, and I'm forced to pick one player, I'm going to go ahead and pick Tavernier because he's just owning that right hand side. Doesn't matter how many games he has to play a week, defensively, attacking, he's just owning it, and the confidence is there now, and it's just a joy to watch. So with that being said, that is me officially done and dusted with today's video. That is my opinions on the game. That is my opinion on the players. Now it's time for me to hand the reins over to you because I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are. So dive down there in the comment section below, and if you go ahead and do that, I will speak to you very, very shortly. But as always, I just want to wrap up today's video by giving a massive thank you from me to thee for taking time out of your day to sit here and talk about some Rangers things. Take care of yourselves, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. All the best, and bye-bye.